All right, so I just want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Um, a couple camps ago, if it wasn't last camp, a brother was talking about free will and all that, and I just decided, this morning, I might as well just get a couple verses kind of debunking that there's free will. That everything is according to the Heavenly Father's will, to Yahweh's will, and nobody can go against it. So there is no, because what motherfuckers like to say is they'll be like, oh, we have free will, and then we'll tell them, no, it's according to, Yahweh's plan, and then they'll be like, yeah, but he still gives us a choice, so it's always that, yeah, but, type thing. So I just wanted to get a couple of precepts really quick. This is Proverbs 16:9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but Yahweh directeth his steps. So you might think that, something's going to happen. So say, for example, I told myself last night, I'm going to go to the store, I'm going to clean around, or I'm going to clean around the house, I'm going to get a workout in, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to head to camp. Something might happen to where I don't get none of that done. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to do that, because I want to do it, because I need to do it. And then I don't get it done, because it's all of the Heavenly Father's will. So we do everything according to the Heavenly Father. We might think that we have our own choice, but, it's all to Yahweh Yahushai. So it's all, it's basically like an illusion when people say, we have free will, because, it's bullshit. We don't have no free will. Let me see. This is Jeremiah 10:23. O Yahweh, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not in man that walketh to directeth his step. Salat. It is not in man that walketh to direct his steps. So basically like a precept to that verse I just brought out, it's basically, everything's up to the Heavenly Father. That's why we're constantly asking the Heavenly Father, to establish our feet. Because we're walking straight, but the Heavenly Father's looking a mile ahead, watching what's going on. So if there's something going on a mile ahead, he's not going to make you keep walking straight. He's going to turn you left. So we do everything that the Heavenly Father tells us to do. Now, granted, we don't just up and hear the Heavenly Father's voice. He doesn't turn left, type thing. But he puts it in our spirit to, turn left or make a right. You know what I'm saying? Like brothers driving, say they're driving home from work, and you always got the feds driving around and shit. Hey, the Heavenly Father's making you take turns that you don't usually take, to dodge that cop that's out there looking, to arrest somebody or to murk somebody. You know what I'm saying? So the Heavenly Father's always directing our steps. When like when you pick up your phone and you watch a video, say it was your first video about hearing this truth, that was all the will of the Heavenly Father. You didn't choose to do it. It was all the will of the Heavenly Father. Or when brothers go bugged out, you didn't choose to do it. It's all the will of the Heavenly Father. Let me get one more. This is Psalms 119. 133. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. So order my steps in thy word. You know what I'm saying? So we have to listen to the Heavenly Father. If the Heavenly Father tells us to do something, we got to do it. Now, granted, he did tell us to do the commandments, but he also said that we will go off. So what has to happen? We will go off. If the Heavenly Father says, you will disobey my commandments, and then I'll send you into slavery, that's got to happen. So, I brought this out at camp. Let me grab it really quick. This is Ezekiel 12. 12 and 25. For I am Yahweh, I will speak, And the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged, for in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word, and will perform it, saith Adawan Yahweh. So, I mean, that's pretty much self-explanatory. Whatever the Heavenly Father says, it's going to go down. You know, if the Heavenly Father tells a man go to the store, he's going to go to that store. You know what I'm saying? You might say, oh, I'm going to go to Walmart, and then the Heavenly Father just puts it on your spirit just to stop at Food City. You know what I'm saying? So all that free will, you know, it's basically out the window. We're going to get more precepts for it. Let me see. Yeah. Is it numbers? Salagi. Numbers. I'm going to talk about what it's talking about Balak. Let me see. Con. This is Numbers 24 and 13. If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go beyond the commandment of the Heavenly Father. Salaki, I cannot go behind the commandment of Yahweh. So, even though he would get, you know, Salaki, who is it? Balaam? Let me see. Con. You know, even though Balaam would, you know, persuade him, you know, I'll give you this house. I'll give you all, you know, all the silver and gold. I'll give you all the girls. I'll give you, you know, whatever you want. You know, all you got to do is just curse these people. You know what I'm saying? Even though he, you know, he'll give them all that, Balak straight up said, yo, I can't go beyond the, hey, if the Lord tells me to do something, I got to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's not something like, it's not your pops or your moms to where you have a choice. You know what I'm saying? If they say clean your room, and you're like, I'm not cleaning my room. You know what I'm saying? Yahweh is not the same. You know, Yahweh is on a different level to where if he says, you going to do this, you got to do it. And if you don't do it, hey, it is all the will of the Heavenly Father, but you will be put to death. Like the brother who was supposed to, when his brother died and his wife didn't have no children, he was supposed to impregnate that wife. And he didn't do it. And, you know, he was cut off from that. I'll read over Numbers 24 and 13. If Balak would give me his house full of silver and gold, I cannot go behind the commandment of Yahweh to do either good or bad of mine own mind. But what Yahweh saith, that will I speak. Hey, so he can't do what, you know, he wants to do. He has to do what the Heavenly Father tells him to do. You know, especially if the Heavenly Father is dealing with him on that type of level. You know, it's a dangerous game to play. If the Heavenly Father tells you to go to a tree, you got to go to that tree. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, it's all the will of the Heavenly Father when brothers go off. You know, when a random motherfucker just decides to kidnap somebody, that's all the will of the Heavenly Father. You know, the Heavenly Father does good and evil. Is there more on that? Nah. But yeah, I'll read that last part again. To do either good or bad of mine own mind, but what Yahweh saith, that will I speak. You know, hey, we do everything according to the Heavenly Father's will. You know, it's not like brothers have a choice. All that free will, all that BS goes out the window, man. Let me get one more. This is Romans 9 and 19. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he find yet fault? Why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will? Hey, hey, who can resist the will of the Heavenly Father? You know, and nobody can do that, man. The Heavenly Father is in control of this whole thing. You know, he can stop your life at any moment. It's like he got the control. What's that one movie? Click? It's something like that. Where bro got that damn devil. He got a remote and he can control whatever goes on. You know, that's what the Heavenly Father has. Except for nobody can take that remote from him. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can put up a fight to where, you know, it's like a struggle with the Heavenly Father to keep the remote in his hand. Nah, hey, he has full control. Nobody can tell him shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the scriptures say, Where is it? I'll get that another time. But yeah, man, ain't nobody boxing with the Heavenly Father. If the Heavenly Father says something's gonna happen, that's gonna happen. If the Heavenly Father says something's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. What am I looking for? This is another one. Matthew. This is Matthew 6 and I think it's 44, 34. Salakia. Salakia, I'm trying to find this real quick. I'll get a different one. I can't really find that one right now. This is Proverbs 20. Sorry, man. This is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's goings are of Yahweh. How can a man then understand his own way? Hey, I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. You know, man will do whatever Yahweh wants or whatever tells him to do. Hey, there is no free will. You can't just up and do what you want. You know, he might give that illusion to where you think you know you're doing something on your own, but hey, it's all bullshit. You know, the Heavenly Father's in control. Let me see. The Heavenly Father's in control, and ain't nobody can go against it. So when brothers go up there talking about some free will, which they have no verse to prove that we have free will, they just said it out their old raggedy mouth, and it's usually that pastor that talks about that bullshit. What they be calling Pastor Pork Chop. It's usually the pastors that put it in their head, saying you can do whatever the good goddamn you want, which is absolute fucking bullshit. Where am I going? Oh, I can't go Daniel. This is Daniel 4 and 35. And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand or say unto him, what doest thou? Hey, you can't ask the Heavenly Father, why are you doing this? It's kind of a now I know some brothers might in the scriptures, if I'm not wrong, they asked him why when the brother kept getting asked Slacky, I'm about to butcher it, damn, I can't think of it. Basically the Heavenly Father kept asking one of the brothers a question, and he kind of was like, why, well, I just answered you, why you keep asking me that question type thing. But this is basically talking like what you do that for type thing. I'll read it again. And all the inhabitants of the earth are reputed as nothing, and he doeth according to his will in the army of heaven and among the inhabitants of the earth, and none can stay his hand or say unto him, what doest thou? So none can say, I got a better way type thing. I got none can basically say, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do it my way. If the Heavenly Father tells you to do something, hey, you're going to have to get that done. You know what I'm saying? But he's not telling us, with words like, yo, don't go to Walmart, go to Food City. He just puts it in your spirit to where you think, no, because I was going to go to Walmart, but I went to Food City. No. The Heavenly Father told your stiff-necked ass, go to Food City. He just put it in your spirit and, do it. Just like, brother or Salakia, Yahweh Yahushua been putting it in brother's spirits, to go hold camp more. Brothers got a reality check, brothers got a rebuke, and now we holding camp more. Which is all praise to the Heavenly Father and the Son, man. Call all Yahweh Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Yeah, man, but that's it on the little breakdown. It's fairly short. But I do want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Shema Mashiach Yahushua. Kwame Yashral, and death to America.